Hi, welcome to Jurisage Academy's YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be discussing about the CUET PG entrance exam, especially if you're preparing for LLM, and how to crack it in 30 days. So this video will talk about the strategy for this exam, how to cover part A and part B. Since there are only 30 days left, so you will have to act smartly. So in this video, we'll be discussing what should be the right things you should be doing to crack this exam. Before we even start with the video, let's quickly take a look at the pattern. So there are two parts in which CUET PG for LLM will be conducted. There are 100 questions in total. Part A has 25 question weightage and part B has 75 questions in it. Part B is solely from your legal knowledge. So it is the domain in which only legal subjects will be tested. And part A is the miscellaneous topics in which you will have subjects like language, maths, general awareness, quantitative ability, and analytical skills. So understanding this division and understanding this pattern is very important for you to move forward. Now we come to the very important question of how to crack this exam in 30 days. So if you're interested in pursuing LLM, and because of this, if you're taking this CUET PG exam, then you only have 30 days left. So how to go smartly through this very lengthy syllabus is the key to cracking this exam. So we will firstly start by analyzing even before starting the preparation. So if you're just starting out, or even if you have started, these are the three things that you should have seen before even starting your preparation. First is the syllabus. So syllabus, especially for the legal part, that is part B, has to be seen thoroughly because they have given a very detailed syllabus in which topics and subtopics are also provided for a particular subject. Next is previous year questions. So you need to take a look at the last year paper to understand what are the areas that are frequently tested. Although CUET PG is a fairly recent exam, so you will not find a lot of previous year questions to make that analysis. But whatever question papers you have available, you should definitely go through them before starting a preparation. Next, analysis has to be about your strengths and weaknesses. So since it's a very vast syllabus, and you definitely would be comfortable in some subjects and some subjects may not be your strong point. So you have to understand, depending on how important that subject is and how good you are at it, to understand how much time you have to devote to it. Now we come straight to the strategy for part A. So part A is the area in which law students especially are not that confident because the areas that are tested in this part are something which we are not frequently in touch with. So even though English part is okay for law students, maths, quantitative ability, and reasoning are the areas in which most people are not comfortable. But you have to understand that it only comprises of 25 questions. So divided 25 questions in those four areas, there are not a lot of questions that are being asked from these areas. So you have to first of all understand how much weightage they carry. And then you have to understand that you cannot devote too much time to the preparation of this part because part B, which has 75 questions, inarguably has more weightage and therefore requires more preparation. But having said that, it does not mean that you leave part A in totality because it is still carrying 25 marks. So GK is very vast and you have to cover it very wisely. If you want, you can cover it from online sources. There are a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of YouTube sources which cover general awareness on a monthly basis. So you can refer to those. Apart from that, for other subjects like English, math, quantitative ability, and reasoning, you can try online sources again. So you can try mock tests. There are a lot of good websites. We can't name them, but there are a lot of good websites which are not for the preparation of LLM particularly, but that are for the preparation of CUET PG in general. Or even competitive exams where these areas are tested, you can take those questions out from those free sources and you can practice them because part A is something which is universal everywhere. So this is the area that you can cover easily from solving only the mock tests and analyzing them thereafter. So make your daily schedule where 75% of your time should be for the legal subjects, that is part B, and 25% of your time is for part A for solving mock tests. Now coming to the strategy for part B. Now part B carries the most weightage and this is your law syllabus, which is again given in great detail in your syllabus. So there's a very vast syllabus and therefore you should have a smart strategy because if they're asking 15 plus subjects, it is not possible for them to ask questions from one subject in too much detail. So you can refer to the guides that are available in the market. So LLM preparation guides, there are some good guides by single, universal, AK Gen. So you can refer to those to cover important subjects in brief. Next is constant revision. Constant revision of whatever you have read is more important than reading too many new subjects or concepts very frequently. So make sure that you are not piling your plate by adding too much information in it. Just stick to the very basics of the important subjects. Now coming to important areas. So focus should be on major subjects first, like constitutional law, jurisprudence, PIL, criminal law, company law, contract law, family law, torts, and environmental law. Now these are also subjects that are tested in other LLM entrance exams. So ideally that should not be a problem because you must have read these subjects before also. Now other subjects, for example, insurance law, banking law, taxation or labor law, they have to be covered in an overview manner. So the best bet that you have is to refer to a LLM guide. And for subjects that are not covered in that LLM guide, you can simply Google them as to, if you want to read banking law, you can pick a topic that is given under the heading of banking law in the syllabus, and you can simply Google it and get to know about it in 2-3 articles. Because the idea is not in-depth study, the idea is to have an overview of that law. Now, what works best for any competitive exam is mock test. So solving at least 50 mock questions daily is important for you. You should be solving at least 50 mock questions from the legal part and 50 mock questions for part A as well every day. Now you can find these mock questions in various sources. First is LLM preparation guide itself will have topic-wise questions. So first of all, you should solve them. Next, you can refer to previous year question papers of different LLM entrance exams like CLAT PG, ALET PG, CUET itself, and other LLM entrance exams such as DU, VHU, etc. Next is if you have any judiciary preparation books or if your friends have them, there are questions in them as well from the areas that we have in the syllabus. So you can refer to those as well if you want to practice questions. Lastly, what works best is by subscribing to a mock test series because the mock tests are particularly designed for CUET PG. So if you're interested in that, you can explore those options as well. Now coming to some very important tips which are universal and which can apply both to part A and part B. First is make a dedicated schedule for every day. Now that you have 30 days or even less than that, you need to have a everyday schedule of what you're going to cover in that day. Next is in a week, once you've read from Monday to Saturday, keep Sunday only for revision. So Sunday should be for revising whatever you have studied in the week. Next, take 1 hour solely for solving mock tests or mock questions as we discussed before. And lastly, before the exam, last 5 days should solely be reserved for revision and mock tests. So do not attempt anything new or do not start covering any new subject in these last 5 days. So hopefully these will help you in cracking CUET PG exam. All the very best. And if you have any questions, you can comment them below in the chat box. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.